So I go home about 8, I come in about 9:30. And work between the fire department and city hall. My water? No, I'm okay. I just forgot my glasses in my phone in my car. I've been up there trying to get papers to run. It's taken me 45 minutes to stand in line to realize I was at the wrong office.
Lena, I can see you, but I can't hear you.
The front girl in front of me was the same way. She was looking for some papers too.
I'll be right back. Lena is online. Libby says she's coming.
That's too.
Yeah. So I think I can hear you now, Lena.
Okay, thank you.
There you are.
Hello, Lena.
Yeah, but okay, but I can see you.
Well, Linda says
in
hello.
here. She's in here. There she is.
Okay, that's all right. I cannot see you, but you can hear me, so that's fine.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yeah. My video said it stopped, so I'm trying to see how I can put it going.
Yeah, I had trouble.
Get out.
I had trouble
Okay.
parking. Library.
Got it this time.
No, I was just
She was
there.
up there today.
Yeah, I'm at the, I'll tell you guys
Yeah,
about it, but
yeah.
it took me forever to just park. I'll be right back.
Neon's off. Well, Neon,
Libby is
we lost
coming.
our whole town. There's no building that was spared.
Libby's coming. Nina is online. I was not able to speak with Jeanette, but I talked to somebody that knows Jeanette and they're okay. They're just, they're stranded. They don't have phone working. They don't have internet at home right now. I sent her a message. This is gonna be recorded, is being recorded. I'm not, as long as I heard that she was okay. Yeah.
This is like I said about commandeering buildings. We can commandeer buildings. This is a disaster. So anything goes, really.
We've got 10 minutes before we start. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I have information to share.
Linda, do you
Yes.
hear me? I'm so sorry for your husband's departure.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so sad.
I've not had time to process that before the flood hit, so.
Yeah, I know. And you're dealing with catastrophic flooding while you're grieving. I don't know, because I've
Yeah.
grieved when it's
Yeah.
hard. So
Kept my boys and I busy though.
yeah, it is. H, are you all right?
Are
He
you all
can.
right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we give out 400 hot dogs a day at Farm Bureau.
Wow. Yeah. We're here in Lexington because I had a doctor's appointment. So we just stayed until maybe the flood is settled or something. And we're waiting. Jackson, I think it's all right now. They said it was bad. So that was one of the reasons we didn't travel today.
Said tomorrow morning, but they said it'd be.
We get 3, we're flooded completely. Because they've not done anything with the debris that's in the river.
I can't get it cleaned out enough fast enough to.
No.
Oh, I saw the. When I went, my brother's up. Can't turn up. Forward. Chair or something.
We're having trouble, like, people are not wanting to take food.
Yeah, well, that's kind of.
Well, the people up in the halls are not wanting, it's
Yeah, everyone said something like that.
well, they've always been self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And they said, give it to somebody else,
Needs it.
but they need it too.
I keep telling the staff, But if they're doing anything, they should be getting the handed out food also. Because, yeah, we may not have lost our homes, but we're helping people.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, I don't care who wants to eat.
Yeah.
But now they're,
Even though they weren't flooded, they could have, not have electricity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who eats as long as they eat, but you know, we just commandeered the Cardi building. lowered the Cardi building. But I said, to commandeer it. But they're renting, we just set that up with him right across the street from where City Hall is now.
Mm-hmm.
To store supplies. I mean, that's a pretty large space. They could be able to get a whole lot of stuff in there. And because the hype is gonna go away and we're still gonna need, and people aren't gonna be bringing it. So we can't turn anything down.
That's us coming from Lexington. Detergent and.
I've got all these contacts and they're like, we're bringing this or anything. So today somebody said water hoses. So I sent them messages and said water hoses.
Yeah.
Well, you can see, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cases of water in this room. There's most of a case in the fridge up here, another case in the fridge downstairs. We've got,
And see,
I took a bunch of stuff out to my car. There's like contractor bags.
it's
Those
gonna take
sand,
$2 million to replace our sewer and 1.5 million to do our water. And minimum of 50 million to get me on back. Just get the necessities done.
One guy,
And I'm serious.
I'm real,
No.
he had flood insurance.
we've still got 5 minutes and Libby's not in here yet, so we're okay.
All that
Okay.
without-
I heard that. I heard that on the radio. I listened to that. You know, well, we expect it. Not only the people that are, there's gonna be that group of people, and then there's gonna be electrical shortages
Yeah.
when things come back, and so we're prepared for that as a fire department. I've been working hard.
You guys met Alexa, our regional consultant. She's
Yes.
joined us online now. Hi, Alexa.
Hi, Alexa.
Hi, Alita.
Oh,
Hi,
you got your
guys.
hair off today.
You know, my real glasses are in the car, so I figured I'd take my sunshades off.
Lena is also online with us. We've got one more person that's supposed to be attending in person. And we've got a few minutes before we start.
Sounds good.
Okay.
See, everybody brought all the supplies to the fire station when it prevented it and we started getting stuff.
Because it's open.
Right. But now we need our ambulance space back. So
Yeah.
we've been trying to move it to someplace else.
Yeah,
We've got a central place at where City Hall is now.
Can you guys hear us okay?
I hear you.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure the microphone arrays were working.
I had a friend come in from Louisville yesterday and he had his pickup truck full of stuff. He said, where do you want me to go? And I sent him to. But then I never saw him the rest of the day. He never called. I said, did he fall in a hole? And he was that, you know, but
Would have fallen in a hole.
That's what I'm
There's
not-
parts of
I
Haman that
know.
are bad.
I know. But I talked to him today and he said, Linda, I've never seen anything like this. I said, that's what I told you.
It's hard.
And then,
It looks like a third world country in parts of Letcher
yeah,
County.
but he was on his way back to reload from what we've got at the fire station and go out in the county.
Okay.
And I don't care where he goes. He don't have to stay. You know.
well,
Yeah. We'll give
57.
Libby a few.
the 57 flood. Next, yeah. Like, not too bad.
We got just 6 foot more than we've ever had. That's why
it rained harder. for it.
It all came down this way. though.
And the thing about it, I didn't realize it. I got a generator. Well, here's my generator. Cancel.
Oh, Brian Lewis is here. I forgot I invited him. Brian Lewis is here.
Okay. Hello,
And-
Brian.
Hey, Brian, come on in.
Hey, man,
You're all clean. Did you shower for us or something?
I did, I had a baby.
what the dog do? You
Um,
can stand the smell, don't sit beside me.
I do finally have water, so you're welcome to sit here.
you can,
I
we
do,
got plenty of room around the table. If
Yeah.
you wanna
come right here.
just shove my stuff out of the way. Ignore the crumbs on the table.
Rocks Hill, like,
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, good, good.
You want a water or coffee or anything? Okay. Coffee?
I'm okay.
the church right behind it.
You
And
go.
another 2 or 3 feet.
Really?
Down because now everything had to go in the church, everything.
All that stuff that's in front of the neon library, it's from the other church that's got the shared wall. So we're gonna dump.
That's okay. That's okay. Put it where you need to.
Yeah, Lena's online with us.
Where are they gonna start picking up, people at?
Well, I don't think they know yet. They're waiting on FEMA to get us an approved spot. That's what I was told in their meeting this morning. And I think the FEMA, they'll do it real soon. They're gonna find one off their own. Cause we got snakes, people been snake bit,
Oh,
you
no.
know, the debris, they're coming in and getting in that debris that's on the street. Snakes are hazard. You know, we do what you can do.
I'm gonna run through a bunch of stuff. I'm planning to say Monday, me, a couple of other volunteers, a couple of the staff members from Blackie, we're all gonna go and do book salvage. We're gonna, cause we need to,
You know, I said you might be able to salvage some of those on those top shelves. I'm not a cup of coffee because I'm about black.
okay,
I'm about,
just use our regular.
I'm about to go.
We're gonna, cause it only got about 2 foot up at Blackie and in the live, the up's fine. So we're gonna,
Talking really good.
I'm gonna put down some tarps. We're gonna just move the books out of the way. And then, neon, well, I'll be talking about it, but that's Monday. I'll probably be
My
at
phone
Blackie
had
all day.
pictures, but I forgot my phone.
My phone, my camera,
I didn't know if you took any with your phone.
well, no, taking pictures of my phone, but people have sent me pictures. I'm not gonna try and dig those. I'm sure you guys have seen all the pictures on Facebook. You
I did
know,
not take a drive with me on.
I did find one more painting in front of me on today.
Did you?
The one that's in the meeting room, Lillian Webb's portrait. I grabbed it. It's fine. It's
Really
okay.
killed me.
It's okay. We got it.
Okay.
It's in my car. I'm gonna bring it in.
With others.
No, the others, Jeff, actually, he's gonna hold on to his until it's ready again. The others, the one from Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives is downstairs, and that other landscape
We
is
don't know where,
downstairs.
yeah.
So I'm gonna put the portrait of Lillian Webb with those. They're in the computer lab. They're safe there. Well,
Unless we flip it. And it gets higher this time. Well, if it does that, then all the junk that's in the middle of the road, in the middle of the street, neon be down here in Whitesburg.
no sign of Libby yet. I may as well start.
I mean, she's got her hands full.
She does. And this is mostly informative, so you know what's going on. So
I'm gonna let we'll call the meeting. I'm gonna return it to you.
3:32.
because you're the one without the information. So I can go to you at this point.
thank you. So the current state of the library is not as bad as I thought.
Did you see?
Oh, good. Okay, perfect timing. There's your agenda. So
Get the head of the table, please.
Yes.
You know, my home, I had a dry bed, I had water, and now I have water, and I have power. My basement and my water heater is shot, but I'm functional, just my town is gone.
Okay, so, it's just a quick rundown of what all is going on. This building, the basement flooded. We saw brown oily substance. We're pretty sure it was hydraulic fluid. We called it a specialty company, Ecotech out of London, and they finished pumping out the basement. They are equipped to handle hydraulic fluid.
Now, you're not talking about the bottom floor, you're talking about.
The sub.
There's
it's the-
another,
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
yeah, yeah. If you leave by the back door, you can look down and see the rest of the stairs that go into the sub basement, which is the basement, where the elevator mechanical rooms. We Eco Tech. They yesterday, all the days kind of,
Yeah, they have rolled together, you're
I think
right.
it was the day before. I
um,
know it, see one yesterday, but I think it was Wednesday.
This is Friday.
it was Wednesday because that was my day off.
Oh, you were in Neon on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was
Or was it
everywhere on
Thursday?
Wednesday. Here we go.
Both ways.
Um, yeah, I was down yesterday. So they pumped out the basement. There's still some liquid on the floor. It's a little slick. I'm not asking anybody to go down there. After talking to Terry Manuel, basically Terry said, as long as I have the board president's permission, I can do whatever we need to do. Short of fixing anything. Basically, we can tear stuff down and out. If it's a safety hazard, basically. So pumping the liquid out of the basement. My next step is going to be calling the elevator company once we start moving stuff out of the basement. If it's not working, that's part of it that we need to have work
Kumusta ka?
normally. I mean, we're in a state of emergency.
Yes, yes.
Disaster.
We're in a state of emergency disaster area. I got permission to open the library without a working restroom on Friday. Okay, so Jenkins is basically untouched. There was a little thing of the blacktop in the parking lot. They didn't have any building damage, nothing flooded. The road behind, the access road behind the library washed out a little, but that's not our road, not our circus, not our monkeys. So we don't have to do anything at Jenkins. I did stop in and check on them yesterday just to be like, I haven't forgotten that you're here. Yesterday, Linda and I met at Fleming Neon. We rescued Jeff's paintings from the building.
So it didn't damage them.
No.
Just to the bottom of the frames of his picture.
Well, it didn't get over our pictures either, but they destroyed them.
The
Did they
moisture.
buckle?
Yeah, they buckled, the frame fell apart. And my children-
If they're photographs,
They are, we can get them.
okay.
We're not worried.
If they're photographs, you can take them to a photo place and they'll basically recross this.
Yeah, we
process
can
and
just
make
get, we can get
Okay.
prints, yeah. we're fine.
So, Fleming Neon, we looked yesterday, it's bad. I talked to the flood insurance guy, the insurance adjuster met me there today. His name is Ben Wise. We were there like an hour and a half.
You can't do that here.
Yeah, it
How much
was,
time they give me?
it was
That's
about
what
5
it
foot.
was.
and
Class or just once?
Just once. It may not have even got it in there the second time,
So
so we flooded twice.
basically, the deal with Neon is it's a total wash. We're gonna have to go down to the studs. He did ask me to try and save any of the books that were on the top shelf around there,
Unless the
anything.
dampness and moisture's gotten to it, that would
Yes.
be the only thing.
And my
That looked
response is, if they're okay, we'll save them. If not, I'm not that worried about them. We can move books from the other branch.
I had
we
made
can-
I had made a request from some of my contacts through the fire department. I said, now this is gonna be down the road a little bit,
About a year.
but,
About a year, right, Brian?
but I said, it's gonna be down the road. I said, but donations So,
Yeah, I've already gotten emails saying they heard we needed DVDs, and I was like,
not right now.
thank you for asking, because she wanted to verify that, Debbie, who works for KDLA, and I was like, while we will accept donations, we are nowhere near ready to take them.
You can't store them.
We don't have any place to send them. You can see all the helpful stuff that's been donated is right there.
Maybe it comes in quick when you're on national news.
Yeah, it
But that will
does.
die down.
Does the building look good as far as?
People who are
Outside.
not, to me, who's not trained, it look good.
Outside, it looked fine, except for,
The
you know, the
windows
window
open.
popping out of the
Yeah.
building, the window frame popping out of the building. The-
They have not yellow taped it.
Yeah, the
What does
internal,
that mean?
That means that the
Condemned.
town people
Condemned?
have, no, the town people have gone in and deemed it unsafe until an engineer can come in.
oh, okay.
There's
Alita,
plenty of-
how about the computers, Alita? I know you just bought new sets.
Whoever they are.
Anyway, so,
hired on.
next doors.
yeah,
That
I've seen X's
is-
on cars.
Does that
in
mean
orange
it's been
paint.
checked for people? or-
Yes.
Okay.
So, Neon is washed, and we're gonna have to basically pull everything out and start over. Blackie is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. It's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I pulled into the parking lot and Grace met me there Tuesday. That was Tuesday. And he said, I'm on the library 5. So I hopped on the library's Wi-Fi. We went in, the computer was still turned on. They got about 2 foot of water in that building. Monday, I'm probably gonna be going and spending all day at Blackie Book Salvage. We're gonna move what can be saved up to the upper level because I didn't see any damage on the top floor. I know there's some computers at Blackie that need to be replaced, but I think we're in a much better position with Blackie than I expected. And I asked, this is another way to ask KDLA, since we currently have a construction project that works, if the library board, and we'll talk about this at the next meeting, I don't plan on taking any votes today or anything like that, but if you guys are okay with it, and if Lewis Construction is okay with it, Lewis Brothers, then we can do a change order to add the inside stuff that needs to be repaired and painted and whatever
Just
else.
an addendum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the current construction.
It'd be a supplement.
You wanna think about that? And maybe,
We'd be glad to do it.
awesome.
Glad to do it.
Well, question here. Do we have flood insurance on it?
On Fleming Neon,
Anything?
that's,
Oh,
that is a whole nother story.
Listen, we went through our history before they even built where they built
Yeah,
to bring it up to where it was not gonna be in floodplain. I mean, not, because we knew that Neon would flood. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's flooded 1,000 times. But this one just went more than anybody could have imagined.
Is there a global presence 10 foot?
And it all started
Fleming
with
Neon's the only one that's in the floodplain. And I told people this, I feel like maybe somebody had their hand on my shoulder. I got the final notice. I think the first 2 notices are going to an old email address. So I'm correcting that with our flood insurance company. But Tessa had the debit card so she could buy more yoga mats when she was in Tennessee with her sister. And when she came back on Wednesday and I got the debit card back, I paid the flood insurance on Wednesday. I know.
Where that company gonna be glad she did that.
No, I told Ben, the adjuster, that today. Yeah, you did, and laughed. Yeah, so lucky. I think we actually had 28 days to pay it, and it's paid. They can't do anything other than pay out for it. Do you have stuff to tell us?
Well, what I've seen in the basement here, I would suggest to get a dehumidifier started ASAP.
Mhm.
I have one, I have a couple, but yeah, you all have one, but I would suggest that's tomorrow or Monday, but I would get a dehumidifier to go in.
I'll order a few more.
And the same for Blackie, get that moisture out of there, just so we don't start seeing mold growth.
Oh,
And,
listen,
There's already.
it's all, the
neon.
mold is everywhere in Neon Library already.
So that one's down anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm not as
Yeah.
worried about neon. But yeah,
It's how fast it
dehumidifiers,
grows.
and
yeah,
put some in the basement and take one to Blackie. And I'm also planning to open those doors at Blackie on Monday.
yes, I would, and maybe the windows on the higher part or the lower part for that matter, so you get some
Cross there.
Ventilation.
insulation in there. I would suggest that.
That's not all you do, Chuck, now.
Yeah,
Now the rain started again, so.
I'm hoping for a nice spring rain so that
That's.
I don't want any, I don't want rain.
Clean stuff up.
it'll
He's
help.
always positive.
It'll help with the dust in the air and the mud. And if it's a nice slow soaking rain, it'll help drop the temperature. But if we get the thunderstorms they're expected, it's just gonna make it nasty.
we had temperature on the side for a couple of days, but today and yesterday it wasn't so much on our side, so that's when it.
Yeah.
Actually, the mold issue, but it will drop some.
So Lewis Brothers is with the clean out. Of course, we're paying. Of course. I know I've already talked to the insurance company about the bookmobile. It is dead, and they want us to take it to a body shop for inspection.
Oh, did it flood too?
Yeah, it got engine blocked.
We lost, and they never asked a question. They were all served awful.
Fire chief's report too.
And my car was on the wall, and we had to get it off the wall. They would not get it off the wall, so. we
Did
had
you
to
see
get
the, have you seen the car that's up on the trailer in Hammond?
Have you seen the one up on the trailer in Neon? We got one right up on, here's the front porch and it's just like this.
It's probably one. Is it white?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
There was
That's
a
one of
guy
our
who came
fire-
from that direction to my house yesterday, and he said that he saw a bass boat in my trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That is our,
Somewhere along the way.
one of our paramedics,
We got the picnic bench out of the back door of Neon yesterday.
we just seen this come with that.
We
just
didn't even really
We
lift it.
pushed
just
it over
kinda-
the
yeah.
rail. We used the rail as a. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's basically the current state of the library. The bookkeeper's office, also got flooded.
That's the little bit of 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Thursday morning.
that was before it crested.
Yeah, this is about 9 o'clock Thursday morning.
When I was at 10, I don't know if I can see it in the picture, but I know it got up over the top of the hood. And I know, I've had it open, it stinks. There's nasty muck, mud everywhere in there. I'm certain once they inspect it, they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, you're right, this is no good. And
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't more than this.
I posted it on Facebook. Do I need to, no, nobody's in the,
Regina says she does not see a link for it.
I posted it on Facebook.
She doesn't see a link for it.
Let me make sure I actually posted instead of just preparing a post. You know, I get distracted.
Did you get anything out?
Ah,
Water, and shoreline water.
it did
He
that
came
thing.
down
Are you
some-
hadn't?
And his wife came down their apartment steps at the same time. She was going in to do this.
Sorry,
smart car,
sorry.
And he got in to drive
Okay.
his Jeep over to the fire station. She could not even get the smart car out of the garage. And it got.
Tell her to try it again.
Up into their
Tell her
apartment.
look
She
again.
got to never make it back up into the apartment where it was safe. He lost 3 vehicles because of that. Part of it is still, yeah,
Still.
still.
Okay.
So
Since 1977 or 79.
I'm waiting to see if anybody enters the waiting room. So the bookkeepers, the third party that handles all of our payments, checks, they lost everything. They lost the records that
My
we,
taxes are gone too, and I can't
I
find
don't know if
the
we'll have them to you.
copy they, I don't even know if we ever got them.
Mhm.
I was in the
Well-
elevator the other day and Carter's name
Did
is
he have
still
a
on as
backup?
inspector,
Did he
so that's
back
probably
up?
inspected.
That's my next
sensibly.
thing. They had external hard drive backup, but it was plugged in. They took it and have taken it to a data recovery specialist in Louisville. One of the things that may help them with the data recovery is they didn't try to dry it out. They didn't try to plug it in and see if they could access the information. They took it,
Let them have it.
so no word on that yet. Thankfully, when we were moving me into this office, we found a ream of daisy wheel printer checks with the correct information. And they were in my office waiting until the next time I destroyed documents, because when we remove documents, we have to destroy them. And that's one of those things. I didn't want to leave daisy with old checks with the correct information hanging out in the library, but now I'm glad I did.
I wish
They,
I had some, I can't get online to do it, and
Check.
I can't pay my bills, I'm gonna have to do it on my phone.
can you try signing it from here?
I might try before I leave.
Well, we used last payday's payroll information and just redid the same payroll. We'll go back and fix time and stuff later, once they're back up electronically. One of the things they lost was the code generator for being able to sign in to our online banking and do direct deposits from there. So at some point, somebody who is a signer on the general fund will need to request a new code generator for Wayne Fleming's office. But that can be later, not too much later, but a little later.
I'll probably get in touch with Dave.
Okay. Yeah, well, you're a signer on the account, so. They did find a temporary office space. They are in making, near the green storage buildings.
Right across from making the highway garage, right in that area.
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
and near the, near Macon.
There's quite a distance between
Yeah,
Well,
the county garage.
they
and
said the
Macon
green buildings.
There's green buildings.
I bet, I bet it is the Macon
Macon
Mall.
Mall.
I have a
Somewhere
phone
in
number
there.
if I need to
bet
go
it- I
there,
bet
but
it is the Macon Mall.
So Donna delivered unsigned checks to me and I'm Linda for signatures. Thank you.
Yes. The
We,
city, our city didn't pay for a week because we were still in the war.
well, that was one of those things I was extremely worried about over the weekend. I don't have the ability to just write a paycheck for everybody, so I'm glad that they were willing to do that by hand and willing to use Instagram to figure out the payroll. So that takes care of the current state of library update on all branches in the bookkeeper's office. Do you guys have questions? Even you, Lena, do you have questions? Oh, somebody-
Yeah, Alita, I wonder what happened to the new computers in Neon. Did the L got
Oh,
destroyed?
everything at Neon's destroyed.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's nothing, nothing.
Wow, they were brand new, but I guess insurance will take care of that, isn't it?
Yes, yes. I told the insurance adjuster that I would send him the invoice that listed all the new computers. And Legina is actually making a list of what she can remember the contents. And
I bet.
I've already had an email from Mandy at what was libraries only, and now it's something spaces. I can't remember it. And she said they would help any way they can. So I might be able to get an inventory list from the Neon Library opening from them.
Yeah, and yeah, also the TLC computers.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Any concerns about stuff? Okay.
Or a regular.
Yes. We're not quite done yet.
I mean, at the
Next meeting, yes. It's still gonna be the same August. I don't know, I don't know. What we are doing to help the community. Right away, we put this, we're open sign out because we had air conditioning, we had internet. We did not have bathrooms yet on Friday morning, but as soon as we did, okay, yeah, then, so I guess it's 2 Mondays from now. Oh, I forgot the current state. Part of the current state of the library's donations, and I'll come back to that, because it, yeah. So we are offering coffee and water. We've actually got a case of cold water in the fridge. We've got a case of cold water downstairs. We had yoga last night. It was not as full as normal, but people were really glad that they were going to do the relaxation yoga.
They need to get back into normal activities.
Yes. We have extended our hours. I told all the staff if their branch is currently closed, they can take vacation time. They can work at either of the open branches. They can work at helping clean up the closed branches, whichever they want to do. But they have to be real careful if they're helping clean. I know Laura and Grace are going to be helping Monday at Blackie to move the books.
So what will happen, since Neon's gonna be out of commission for quite a while? What will happen?
Lena's been coming here, and that has been helpful because it allows me to be wherever I need to be. And they've been covering the
But
building.
she'll stay in Fulton.
Oh, yes.
She won't.
No, she's not gonna. They're all here, they're doing stuff. Legina helped set up the downstairs room so we could entertain lots of families with little kids.
And how is that good?
We had quite a few in yesterday.
I think you'll get more as word gets out,
Yeah.
and people is able to move around a little more.
Yes.
Because people are looking for activities for their children, they don't need to be out in this.
Heat and
No, they don't need to be in that
Running around
toxic
these
dust.
neighborhoods.
You gotta realize that dust is dust.
yeah. So we've been doing lots of stuff in-house. We've also been making use of like the free lunches that are around town. Somebody will go and get, I don't know, yesterday 7 lunches. Today, I actually went and got KFC for everybody. On the library's dime.
I know, Farm Bureau have every day. Monday it'll be 10 o'clock, they're coming at Campbell's, county, coming at 10 o'clock. I'm sure,
So are they doing that every day?
yes.
Well, up until today, we've been getting the free lunches, and I figured it's Friday. We don't know who all's got what. I'll just go through.
So I went up to Kane Kitchens and they were not there. They were doing some, but not what they had been doing. But someone was in the back portion parking lot
Mhm.
and they were fixing meals. And you could go out there. I went out there and there was a plant a mile long. So I went to McDonald's, took my workers.
Come to Farm Bureau, we had drive-through.
Well,
I went, when I stopped at Jenkins yesterday.
That's what they were doing at First Baptist. There was a church came out of Cumberland.
The First
other day.
Baptist just does dinner, I think, maybe breakfast, but
They're just doing dinners right now. But there was a church group from Cumberland came out the other day, was out here in front of this building, the college building right here on back street. Like people down had them out breakfast, and they had like drive-through tacos.
You can-
Really good.
We had,
you walk hungry, but you
Those
can't
ones that-
hardly eat either.
it's Yeah. hard.
The stomach's just.
Some
I couldn't eat this
comfort food
afternoon.
is good, but we don't, and I bought some snacks for here, and then the library bought some snacks for people. So we're making sure, and I've hugged people.
You have a servant heart.
I do.
Be damned.
And I don't even
Some of
care
them.
if they're stinky
Nobody cares.
or muddy.
We're kind of
Today
on
I'm
the same
kind of-
boat.
Yeah. So, there's a few other things that might come in the works, but I haven't heard back from anybody yet. Actually, I guess it's just the one. I talked to a guy who is trying to find radio station space temporary for MMT Apple Shop. And Shane, that's the guy's name, and I went down and looked at the bookstore office, that little office off what was the bookstore, which is like 10 foot by 10 foot. And he said it would be perfect if the engineer agrees. And I have not heard back from them yet, but he in the basement with me because this was the Wednesday off.
I haven't had it either.
I actually took half day on Wednesday. So we went in the basement while they were pumping out the muck, the hydraulic fluid and water mixture, and we took a bunch of photos. And he's actually doing some. He's a photographer and a videographer, and he's doing some documenting
He was
around the
on vacation
county.
The other day,
He's also a Berea graduate, and he's a nice kid.
but they were very nice. They interviewed Carter's because
So he thinks they would
he
go
loves
in
that.
downstairs.
Possibly. He's got to get the engineer to come and take a look, but I know that they want to get it up and running as soon as possible. The only thing that might, that I can think of that would prevent them from wanting to use that room downstairs is how long we're open. We may not be open long enough for what they're looking for. I don't mind leaving like one person in the building after if they're on the radio, but it can't be like a 24-hour thing. And that's one of the things that would factor into it. But
You can consider that.
yeah,
I hadn't either. I thought, well, yeah, that's a good spot. And then,
yeah.
why
Well,
did you bring that?
Are they on the air 24 hours?
I
I know they used to
They
be.
were. I don't know, but I am perfectly willing to work with them on something like that. So we're trying to help the community. And from, it's not the governor's office, but it's one of the connected offices that sets up cooling stations in the state, called also on Wednesday and asked if we would be a cooling station, to which I said, "Oh, tomorrow."
Ready? We're a step ahead.
And now we're officially listed on that site. So we're trying. Also, some of the people did not come to work on Monday and Tuesday for helping Friends Church,
There's
wherever.
just so
Yeah.
much to do.
And-
We can't.
And Friday also. I'm not giving anybody grief about having to miss. I've got people that, still got one that's stranded on her hill in Neon.
Where does she live?
I'm not exactly certain, but we've heard from her daughter that she's fine. It's Patricia. She called in today and
She lives up in Hipville, doesn't she?
I think so, but I know she lives on a hill and she's not getting out.
Can you check with her and see if she's got food and find out exactly where she lives? Because we can send her a PDF with food and water and
Make sure she
medical
don't have any-
supplies.
I know her daughter is getting to her, so, but I'll check.
I mean, we'll load up and take it. I mean, we've still got stuff at the station. We're not- But
Your
if I
road,
could-
your street looks like a dirt road.
All of
I mean,
Neon
I
is
had-
like a
Just what I've
No
seen. I
idea.
haven't seen any news.
I wish I
except
had my-
Facebook.
I wish that I had my phone with me, that
Looks like a dirt road.
Fox Weather interviewed our youth group, and Stamper was one of them,
Oh,
and they were working.
Katie, the girl that interviewed people at Glacky about the dissolution, he came and interviewed some people here and up and down Main Street, and I am on NPR in an article about the flooding.
AccuWeather got me, but I don't know anything about AccuWeather.
I started to say, I know that.
Every time I say, is it gonna rain? Let me check it. That's what he says, but mine's just as, my phone is just as accurate.
Pretty good too.
It may come from AccuWeather. I don't know.
Chris Bailey's my guru.
I always like Jim Cottle.
Well, we have had people thank us for being open. Schoolwork done at some work, and now we're doing applications.
We're not charging.
If we can get a modem, we'll have internet. But
We're not charging
They
for
got destroyed over there. I'm not counting.
No.
Oh.
I'm from Knox County.
Okay, they said their supply replacement.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
got
a lot of
Yeah,
our-
after Grigsby's, yeah, the
Yeah.
warehouse and office is just
Oh,
gone.
decimated.
man.
Yeah,
That's a lost.
and lost all their fleet or most of their fleet trucks.
I'm not at all upset that I haven't had internet. I mean, okay, I am upset that I haven't had internet.
And I don't never really wanted to go, I don't know how, just doing
I'm-
data.
I am
Give it that.
a little bit too attached to my Google Dot. I ask it things all the time, like, hey, Google, can I wash dishes in suggested boiled water? So Friday morning, I had a phone call from Diana Grace, Harry Cottle's daughter. She wanted to make sure we were okay, make sure the building was okay, make sure the genealogy collection was okay. And then she sent us a very nice letter and a nice check. I will let you guys read the letter if you want. I got an email from a friend, the director, this is the donation list in case you missed it. I got an email from the director of the Johnson County Public Library. They have just deselected from their Kentucky collection and are willing to send us any of the Kentucky books that they're not keeping, and I said yes. and she can go ahead and send those. I know we lost some Kentucky books at Blackie, and we lost some at Neon. Madison County actually brought us a lot of that stuff. The cases of water, the Clorox, garbage bags, the antibacterial wipes.
Are you keeping a record of those contributors over December? Thank
I've got a whole list. So they sent probably about $200 worth of cleaning materials. And $20 bill. Berea Feeds Kids. Josh, the guy that delivered Madison County's donation to us, actually was at the Berea Kids office picking something up, and they sent 19 backpacks full of school supplies and and 19 boxes of pencils. And I figure when it gets time for school to actually start, we can give those out.
Study bills are totally ready. Absolutely no idea.
Yeah, I was talking to the librarian for media specialist at West Letcher, the elementary in the middle schools, and her library is
Oh,
destroyed.
it was over the roof. It was over the roof. It was lots of.
Bell County, Gina, who was the regional consultant before Alexa, brought us a couple of tubs of coffee and a couple of cases of water. Ohio University sent us a box of Robert Geik's books. And basically,
I looked for his books here and
we've got one. It's in graphic novels, I think. But so they sent us 20 of these, and I've handed them out to people.
They're already gone. The 3 that I took, and I just had them at
Yeah.
the fire station.
They're
gone.
These are what's, I took one to add to our collection. We'll probably order a couple more to add to our
so
collection.
this is 90.
If you want.
I want to read it. I haven't read any of his yet. I know him. I know he's hilarious.
He's basically local. He lives in Harlan.
I
He's
know
worked
Robert.
for Apple Shop.
He worked with my son when he worked at Apple Shop and went to the school and they did a little story and he filmed it.
So
It was hilarious. It's just funny.
Jeff? Jeff from Ohio University Press sent us 20 of these. And I think there's a couple more on the front desk, but that's it. This and those, and that's it.
Got one spare out there, but Robert, we
And
were
just-
volunteering last week at the Settlement School. He was
Yeah.
there helping out with the archives. And
They're working there still. The Hyman Settlement School archives are in rough shape. If you take one, maybe pass it on when you're done reading it. Oh, I will.
Speaking of archives, this may come in handy for you if it's not too late, but I went and picked up the freezers for the Settlement School last Sunday, but they're going to freeze not Ohio State, East Tennessee State University. In the freezer truck, we got most of them, and the rest of them, they're going to freeze until they can disperse them out to individuals, and you would take so much stuff and process it at your own time and so on. But they said that's really the only way to really get it. But freezing, I've never heard of that. So
Yeah, I've heard of freeze, and while it's frozen, you can brush off any debris. And that you can also like put it in with dehumidifier, suck the frozen moisture out. It's a whole process that's come about in the last 30 years. So if anybody wants to look at the list of donations, you are welcome to. Just pass it around. Plans is basically calling the elevator company, what we need to clear out of the way so they can get in and work on the elevator mechanical room, the elevator itself. I need to see if we actually have to just go ahead with the mechanics, replacing the mechanics with the elevator.
We plan anyway. So-
Eventually, yeah, but I think it's about about $70,000 to replace, yeah.
And
There's
there's
a
a
few-
few.
Well, it's 50-year-old elevator.
That's what I'm saying, it may be beneficial to do that.
Not only is that the mechanics of the elevator, we also have to replace the electrical panel.
But to be handicap accessible, is that the only option we have is an elevator?
Yeah, there's not a ramp, well,
There's a ramp
But
into this
the
part of
Not
the
to
building.
get up and down the
Yeah,
building.
and we have so many things that happen downstairs. Not just like Narcotics Anonymous meetings and yoga, but depositions,
Lots of things that the public uses.
meetings with psychologists and lawyers, and too interviews for jobs. Too many things happen downstairs for us to not make it accessible again. So we'll do all the stuff that needs to happen when we get to it. The rest of it's clean up and make pretty again. Was that question?
I can't wait to see what grows in their flower bed of neon, what bulbs has come up, or what seeds have been rushed in.
My knives are getting pretty again.
I'm excited to see what pops up.
I gotta tell you guys, I gotta grab my camera so I can show you, my phone so I can show you. I took, when I was there today, talking to Ben, the insurance adjuster, friends of what I had, a little bit of what I had mucked out. And then a picture of sweaty me in the car, ready to come back to Whitesburg. So there it is. I shoveled out maybe a square foot. Yeah, I worked a little on.
I need, the only thing gonna help there is a squeegee at the back and pushing it out the door.
I know, but I was there and I was talking to him, and I have.
can get you some help if you need that.
That town would have to be rebuilt. The whole town's.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if you can see it. I've got a sweat ring.
That'd be like they did Martin built it somewhere else.
It might.
Yeah. we might
There
need
I
to
am,
hire
with the
up.
sweat ring and the red face. I'm not worried about trying to, and we left Neon just standing open because there's no
There's no
reason
reason
to
to shut the
to
door.
clone it, to close it.
No one's favorite.
That's 4:15, a little less than an hour, unless you guys have questions.
I'm gonna go. I've got,
I'll make a motion to do
is this the actual meeting?
It's a special
Oh, I
meeting.
wasn't
even though
here
we're
for,
not-
I wasn't here for the beginning.
it.
Even though we're not voting, you guys aren't voting on anything, it's an official meeting.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Bye, Lena,
Bye,
thank
Bye,
you.
Lena.
Okay, bye-bye, see you on the next meeting. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna stop the meeting now. It was good to see you guys.
Oh.
Okay.
I said, I'm tired of the voice.
Sam, I'm sorry.
Doing okay?
I didn't see you soon enough, but I'm gonna put the recording up as soon as, like, within the hour, I hope.
It might be. I'm keeping them. San Francisco Church, which is down there, so.
I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah.
And Robert's lived at the fire station, so. we've known
And the river. I just don't have any water. I've got a generator.
You sure got me that list.
But I'm.
Sam, can you hear?
That's a good job, y'all.
Let me,
I'm glad you can still
Thanks.
stay.
Thank you.
When you do
Yeah,
the work,
that
y'all-
is up and down. That would be points. Yeah, that would be bad. Well, guys, I'm
You all
gonna
have a
see you.
good
I'm gonna go back to
weekend.
Neon.
Thank you all for
Thank you very
coming.
much for coming,
Just let me know if you need anything whatsoever. So.
of course. We need all the things.
I think my brother-in-law works with your company all the time.
Sam, can you hear me?
Hoskins, Welding.
Oh, can't hear me yet.
My brother-in-law is married to my sister. And
I'm so
Greg's my
glad.
nephew.
I'm so glad that you shared that with me, but yeah, I mean, I would claim him as family. Greg was driving to Hyndman. I'm not sure how far he got,
Yeah.
the morning of, they turned around.
He came by the day before yesterday at my house, and we sat out there for a while. He and his wife came up and brought supplies.
Super.
Yeah, he was telling me he got turned around, but they told me they work for Lewisburg.
Yeah.
Wait 45 minutes. Oh, almost.
I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy some rubbing alcohol. What else do we need?
I think that's, I don't think we need anything downstairs, so anything else if we here, but I don't know what.
Okay, Sam's still connecting to audio, so I can't tell him. I was gonna tell him that I'm sorry you missed it. And I have the recording up within an hour. If it does it, I'll come back and when I bring the rubbing alcohol, make sure.
I put it downstairs, just turn it off.
Pack it up.
Yeah.
You gonna be okay to work tomorrow? Are you working tomorrow?
Mhm.
Ian's working tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is basically day 12 in a row for me.
yeah, you go home. I'm working Sunday.
I thought about coming in Sunday and
No, that's your birthday.
I know. But I thought about, maybe having a room open downstairs for a little while someday, but
No, they can hang out upstairs.
okay. We can bring up color sheets and stuff. if you
Yeah.
want.
There's puzzles. People were sitting at the puzzles yesterday.
I think Susan's gonna work tomorrow, so if they wanna have room open for tomorrow.
If there's, I don't know if there's gonna be call for it. Hey, Sam. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, I can't hear you. Let me see. Nope, I haven't muted. I am gonna stop the meeting since it ended. It wasn't very long. And I'll get the recording up on YouTube as soon as possible. Maybe, yeah.